Fans are shook. Social media's in flames. The OVO owl just screeched louder than ever, and this time, he's not flying silent. After weeks of cryptic posts, deleted comments, and unsettling silence, Drake has finally responded. Yes, you heard that right, Drizzy. Champagne Pappy. The sixth god himself, and not with a tweet, not with a post, but with a cold-blooded snippet that's got fans rewinding, decoding, and gasping. And what's worse, J. Cole caught a stray. Or was it a direct hit? It all started with the now-viral track, Not Like Us. When Kendrick Lamar blew the doors off The Quiet War, an atomic diss that left fans wondering if Drake had finally been dethroned. Since then, we've seen tension, drama, and alleged behind-the-scenes chaos, but nothing could prepare fans for this. Drake dropped a snippet late last night, a midnight IG story, gone in 24 hours but forever etched in rap history. In it, a bar that seems to burn a bridge we never thought would fall. They say Cole a prophet, funny, I never read that scripture. Hold up, what? J. Cole, the Dreamville peacemaker, the lyrical monk who once squashed a beef before it ever started. Is he now caught in the middle of the Kendrick x Drake fallout? And that's just the beginning. Because what followed next had fans questioning loyalty, legacy, and whether the Big Three era is truly dead. Let's break it all down. The real reason Drake finally spoke, the subtle jabs that add up to a war declaration, and why insiders are claiming that this could be the final fracture in one of hip-hop's most iconic friendships. This is not a drill. This is rap's reality TV. Let's get into it. Fans are shook. Social media's in flames. The OVO owl just screeched louder than ever, and this time, he's not flying silent. After weeks of cryptic posts, deleted comments, and unsettling silence, Drake has finally responded. Yes, you heard that right, Drizzy. Champagne Pappy, the sixth god himself, and not with a tweet, not with a post, but with a cold-blooded snippet that's got fans rewinding, decoding, and gasping. And what's worse, J. Cole caught a stray, or was it a direct hit? It all started with the now-viral track, Not Like Us. When Kendrick Lamar blew the doors off The Quiet War, an atomic diss that left fans wondering if Drake had finally been dethroned. Since then, we've seen tension, drama, and alleged behind-the-scenes chaos, but nothing could prepare fans for this. Drake dropped a snippet late last night, a midnight IG story, gone in 24 hours but forever etched in rap history. In it, a bar that seems to burn a bridge we never thought would fall. They say Cole a prophet, funny, I never read that scripture. Hold up, what? J. Cole, the Dreamville peacemaker, the lyrical monk who once squashed a beef before it ever started. Is he now caught in the middle of the Kendrick x Drake fallout? And that's just the beginning. Because what followed next had fans questioning loyalty, legacy, and whether the Big Three era is truly dead. Drake's silence after Not Like Us had fans speculating everything from writer's block to secret health issues. But behind the scenes, sources claim he was crafting a response so layered, so venomous, that it could only be delivered in pieces. Like a chess grandmaster, Drake wanted his first move to bait his opponents, and it worked. But let's rewind. The tension between Drake and Kendrick has always been a slow burn. From subliminal disses to passive-aggressive interviews, they played the Cold War perfectly for years. But when Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, a scathing, club-banger diss that masked venom in the bounce, it shook the foundation. People weren't just dancing, they were dissecting. The whole internet turned into forensic analysts overnight. And J. Cole, he stayed quiet. Too quiet. And that's where the problem started. During the viral Pop Out concert in LA, Kendrick brought out what fans called his army. He didn't name names, but his affiliations were clear. J. Cole was spotted backstage. He didn't perform, he didn't speak. But he was there, and for Drake, that was enough. Insiders claim Drake took it as betrayal. He felt Cole picked a side without saying it, one source said. You can't ride the fence when it's war. Enter the snippet. At first, it seemed like a standard Drake flex, moody beat, introspective flow, something off the next Scary Hours maybe. But then came the line, they say Cole a prophet, funny, I never read that scripture. It was a subtle kill shot. The kind that doesn't shout but slices. Fans caught on fast. The reactions, explosive. Within minutes, Twitter, no X, erupted. Hashtags like Drake vs Cole and #Cole caught a stray began trending. Memes flew in like missiles. One showed Drake dressed as Judas at the Last Supper. Another, J. Cole photoshopped as a monk with a tear sliding down his face. But things got even messier. Because right after the snippet aired, Drake posted a now-deleted story showing an open Bible with the book of Jeremiah highlighted. The verse, "Cursed is the one who trusts in man." Was that aimed at Cole, or Kendrick, or both? Speculation turned to frenzy. And then Cole broke silence. Not with a track, not with an interview, but with a single tweet. "Don't let the pen lie to you. Ink dries fast, but truth don't fade." The internet lost its mind. Was this a warning, a threat, a response? Fans dug through old interviews, lyrics, even freestyles looking for clues. Theories multiplied. Some said Cole had recorded a preemptive diss months ago, just in case. Others believed he'd stay above the drama. But behind the scenes, the Dreamville camp was allegedly in DEFCON mode. According to one insider, known only as at OVO Watcher, Cole and his team went into lockdown at a North Carolina studio the same night the snippet dropped. "Phones off, security doubled," they claimed. "It's not peace anymore. It's chess." Meanwhile, Kendrick, silent, no tweets, no likes, no hints, but fans noticed something strange. His Spotify profile bio changed from PG Lang to just one word, observe. Cryptic, calculated, cold. All this while fans are spiraling. TikTok was flooded with breakdowns, theories, emotional rants. One creator, at Cassie Talks Rap, went viral for breaking down the biblical symbolism of Drake's diss. He's not just calling Cole a false prophet, he's saying Cole's gospel was never real. This is spiritual warfare, baby. And she might not be wrong. Because if you really peel back the layers, Drake's jab isn't just about loyalty, it's about identity. It's about how we view these artists. Cole has always been the wise one, the humble king, but Drake's calling bluff. He's saying, "You're no monk, you're just a man, and men bleed." The emotional stakes here are insane. This isn't just rap beef. This is brotherhood unraveling. Think about it, Drake and Cole were always the two who respected each other. They balanced each other. Kendrick was the wild card. But now, that triangle is cracking. And the fans, they're choosing sides. Team Cole fans are furious. Drake's threatened. That's why he's lashing out. One post read, racking up 2 million likes. Others pointed out how Drake has a pattern. Whenever he feels boxed in, he lashes at the people closest to him. Remember Meek? Remember The Weeknd? The pattern's there, but OVO fans clapped back hard. "Cole made his choice when he stood next to Kendrick," said one user. "Now he gets what's coming. You can't play Switzerland during nuclear war." And here's where it gets even darker. Because a second snippet dropped, not on Drake's page on a burner. A random SoundCloud account named Champion Thoughts uploaded a low-quality track that fans swear is Drake. The voice matches. The tone, lethal. A leaked bar from that track. "I gave you flowers, you brought seeds / thought we'd grow, but you envy trees." Whoa, that's a direct accusation of jealousy, of betrayal, of failed brotherhood. It's heartbreak dressed as bars. One fan wrote, "This isn't even about rap anymore, this is grief." And maybe they're right, because when Cole dropped Heaven's EP, it was love. When Drake shouted out Cole at Dreamville Fest, it was admiration. But now, it's ashes. Meanwhile, insiders close to J. Cole say he's not taking this lightly. Word is, Cole's recording again. And this time, it's not about bars, it's about burns. Sources say he's not going for subliminals, he's writing direct. "Cole's not gonna play the mature card this time," said one insider. He feels played, and when he feels played, he writes pain. There's even rumors of a surprise project working title, Prophecy. A whole EP of responses with features from Boz, Ari Lennox, and possibly Kendrick. You heard that right. If Kendrick and Cole unite, Drake's facing a two-front war, and fans are drooling over the possibility. On Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, even Reddit, debates are going wild. Who betrayed who? Is this just ego? Did Cole ever really rock with Drake? The theories are endless. But one thing is for sure, nothing is ever going to be the same. Because when friendships fall apart in public, it's not just headlines, it's heartbreak. When legends clash, fans don't just pick sides, they pick identities. And right now, everything feels like it's teetering. And the real question, what happens next? The fallout from Drake's snippet wasn't just lyrical, it was emotional. Fans who grew up on In the Morning, who lived through the Big Three era, who held on to the hope that Drake, Cole and Kendrick could somehow stand together on the same stage one day. They were now watching the dream collapse in real time. A decade of mutual respect, quiet competition, and subtle admiration, gone in 30 seconds of bars and a deleted story. And yet, what really broke the internet wasn't just the diss line. It was what happened after. Late that same night, Dreamville's official account posted a photo on Instagram. No caption. Just a picture of Cole in the studio, head down, hoodie up, mic glowing red in front of him. In the background, a whiteboard. Zoom in and you could just barely make out 4 words. The throne is cracked. That's it, 4 words. But those 4 words felt like a declaration of war. Within minutes, the post had over 3 million likes. The comments were a battlefield. Cole responding, "Let's go. Drake bout to get washed. Big 3 is dead." And then came the unthinkable. A like from Kendrick's verified account. That single tap confirmed what fans had been whispering since the Pop Out concert. Cole and Kendrick might not just be on the same side now, they might be teaming up. Suddenly, people weren't asking if Cole would respond. They were asking when. But while fans were celebrating the potential of a lyrical revenge tour, others pointed out the deeper tension. This wasn't just about bars anymore. This was about identity, authenticity, and ego. Drake's entire brand has been built on calculated cool, on knowing when to strike and when to retreat. But this new version, this snippet-dropping, Bible-quoting, bridge-burning Drake, he wasn't playing chess anymore. He was flipping the board. Some believe it was all part of the plan. That Drake wanted Cole to respond, that he's baiting him, setting up something even bigger. A full album, perhaps, maybe even a tour narrative. After all, no one controls storylines like Drake. But others believe something's different this time. According to an alleged voice note leak from a Toronto engineer known only as Zed, Drake's mood in the studio was darker than ever. He wasn't smiling, he wasn't cracking jokes. This wasn't the usual subliminal petty Drake. He said straight up, "They left me no choice. If I gotta stand alone, I'll burn everything behind me." That line, "I'll burn everything behind me." It echoed across fan circles like a curse. Because if that's the headspace Drake is in, this isn't about rap beef anymore. This is about legacy. Let's not forget, Drake has been the top of the food chain for over 10 years. He survived Meek. He danced past Pusha. He even stayed above Kendrick's earliest darts. But this is different. This is personal. And Cole, he's always been the one who avoided the chaos. He never needed drama to prove his pen. But fans say something has shifted. On the latest episode of Cassie Unfiltered, the viral hip-hop commentator who's been called the Wendy Williams of rap beef, she dropped a bombshell. A source close to Cole told me he's not doing interviews. He's not doing press. He's not smiling for pictures. He's locked in. He told his team, quote, "They called me a prophet. Now they gonna hear the sermon." The sermon. A full response record? An entire project? Maybe. But what fans really want is blood. And Dreamville might deliver. Because, apparently, the team's been working on a secret vault of unreleased Cole verses, and some of them feature unreleased Kendrick vocals. Yup, you heard that right. Allegedly, a never-before-heard track called East of Eden features both Cole and Kendrick going bar for bar. And while it was recorded 2 years ago, Cole's team has been remixing it with new verses. The intention? A surprise drop. No announcement. No rollout, just smoke. Meanwhile, Drake hasn't gone quiet. Quite the opposite. In a private story captured by a backup account, shout out to at the OVO detective, Drake posted a blurry photo of the CN Tower with the words, "Exodus." The caption, "Cole know what this mean." Exodus? Fans immediately pulled out their theories. Biblical again. Could it be a reference to betrayal, to being exiled, or was it something deeper? Some connected it to Nas and Jay-Z. Remember the diss track, Exodus 23? One by Pusha T? That track warned about betrayal and speaking falsely. So is Drake comparing Cole to Judas, or is he foreshadowing a lyrical massacre? Nobody knows for sure, but everyone is bracing for impact. Even artists outside the trio are reacting. Tyler, the creator, tweeted, "I hate seeing my bros go at it, but if y'all doing this, go all in." That tweet, deleted within 10 minutes. Travis Scott posted a black square. No caption. Fans speculated it was a sign of mourning, or solidarity, or shade. Even Rick Ross jumped in on IG Live, sipping Belaire and laughing. "Io Drizzy ain't tryna be friends no more, huh? It's rich forever but friendships, temporary." And in true Ross fashion, he ended the stream by playing back-to-back. Petty levels through the roof. But maybe the most surprising reaction came from someone unexpected. Noah 40 Shebib, Drake's longtime producer and Loki right hand. On a rare Instagram post, 40 wrote, "Don't confuse poetry with betrayal. Some pages were never meant to be shared." Fans are ripping that apart. Was that shade toward Cole for writing a response? Or is 40 begging Drake to hold back? The tensions even affecting families. According to an unconfirmed, but viral, claim from a backstage videographer, Adonis, Drake's son, allegedly asked him during a studio visit, "Why is Uncle Cole mad at you?" Heartbreaking. These artists aren't just entertainers. They're fathers, sons, men with shared memories and real-life ties. But when the beats drop and the bars start flying, all that history becomes ammunition. The latest update? A cryptic billboard spotted in downtown Atlanta last night. It simply read, "False prophets die loud." February 14, Valentine's Day. Is it a warning, a single, a full-blown diss drop? No one knows. But Dreamville fans are already calling it Judgment Day. And if that's the case, Drake's about to feel the full wrath of a man who stayed silent too long. But don't get it twisted, Drake isn't backing down. Sources inside the OVO camp claim he's got 2 full diss tracks ready. One for Cole, one for Kendrick. The code names? Psalm 6 and Thorns, as in Crown of Thorns, the religious imagery, the betrayal themes, the crumbling friendships, the rising tension. It's a movie, and we're living in it. But maybe the wildest rumor of all? A leaked text message from a studio runner claims that the final track on Drake's next project will feature a voicemail from J. Cole. Allegedly real, allegedly heartbreaking. It's not clear if it's a real voicemail or a dramatized recreation, but fans are speculating it might be an old voice note Cole sent Drake back when things were good. Back when they were brothers. Back before the fences broke. If true, that's emotional warfare. That's not just about bars. That's about reminding fans and maybe even reminding Cole of what they used to be. But the truth is that might not matter anymore. The past is gone. The present is war. And the future is bars. The stage is set, the bridges are burning, and now there's no turning back. What began as a subtle flicker has ignited into an all-out inferno with Drake and Jay. Cole barreling toward a head-on lyrical collision that's already reshaping the rap landscape. What's more shocking? Neither side seems interested in de-escalating. They're not backing down, they're not calling, and they're damn sure not texting. They're writing. And as both camps lock into war mode, fans are watching with wide eyes and quick thumbs, documenting every post, like, repost, and studio light flicker. Because now, every move is evidence. Every line is a loaded weapon. And everything these two built over the past decade, it's now ammunition. Let's start with what we know. The Exodus post from Drake wasn't the only message he sent that week. Within hours, a mysterious Dropbox link was shared by a burner account tied to OVO's inner circle. Fans were skeptical, but once it was verified through watermark tags and studio leak trackers, the audio spread like wildfire. And what was on it? 3 verses. No hook, no chorus, just straight bars, and every single one, targeted. Drake wasn't hiding his aim anymore. "They told me Cole the conscience. Guess I slept through the sermon/preacher without a pulpit, your cathedral's burnin'." Right there, Drake flipped the whole prophet motif on its head. Fans were screaming. Twitter Spaces turned into emergency town halls. One fan broke down crying on TikTok. Another stitched the audio to a picture of Cole and Drake in 2013, whispering, "I thought y'all were forever." The pain, it's real. Because this beef doesn't just feel like 2 rappers fighting, it feels like a divorce. The fans, the memories, the classics, all caught in the crossfire. And then came the biggest twist of all, Dreamville's silence. For 2 days, nothing. No new tweets. No posts. Not even a story from Boz or Ari Lennox. It was eerie. Some fans thought maybe Cole was backing out, that he was letting the moment pass. But on the 3rd day, Dreamville changed their profile picture. A black and white photo of J. Cole, shirtless, standing in the rain, eyes closed, no chains, no logos, just raw, real, ready. And that same night, without warning, a SoundCloud link hit Twitter captioned, Jericho, uploaded by an anonymous account with the handle @ForestHillsTruth. The beat, soulful, grimy, haunting. And the first voice, J. Cole, no tag, no ad-lib, no Cole world. Just his voice and one line that froze the internet. You cracked the glass and called it clarity. Boom, the whole internet stopped. This wasn't a diss. This was a funeral prayer. And it didn't stop there. Cole delivered a 3-minute verse that fans are already calling the most emotionally layered track since The Story of O.J. He didn't yell. He didn't gloat. He grieved. He talked about the real Drake, the one he knew. He called back to private moments, tour, late-night calls, even the night Drake allegedly cried over the passing of Virgil Abloh. I was there when you lost your brother to fashion, now you drippin' in envy. It's a different kind of passion. Fans went feral. Even people who don't usually dive into rap beefs were locked in. NPR did a segment. CNN ran a lower third ticker. J. Cole and Drake feud turns personal. YouTube reactors were dropping hourly updates, with some even traveling to North Carolina just to catch wind of another Dreamville leak. And the track wasn't just emotional, it was surgical. Cole didn't just hit back at Drake's bars, he dismantled his image. You need mirrors just to feel seen, but I reflect even when I'm not clean. A direct jab at Drake's perceived obsession with image, clout, and curated vulnerability. Cole painted himself as the flawed but honest man, while framing Drake as the mask-wearing master of illusion. And fans, they were eating it up. But if you thought Drake was gonna let that sit, nah. Less than 12 hours later, Drake dropped a clip on TikTok, a rare move for him, showing studio footage, beat builds, and him pacing around a booth. The caption, "No more lullabies. No more lullabies." That's a direct swing at Cole's reputation for soft, introspective content, calling him a sleepy storyteller instead of a real threat. And in the background of the video, a new beat, heavy, dark, produced by Boy One Da, according to metadata sleuths. The preview ends with one line from Drake, "I raised you boys, now you wanna box the father? Should have kept your little sermon for your baby's godfather." Whoa, that wasn't just a bar. That was a bomb. He called himself the father, positioned Cole, and maybe even Kendrick as his kids. And that last part? Fans are debating it's a reference to a real story from behind the scenes. Allegedly, Drake was once in talks to be godfather to Cole's firstborn before the rapper decided to keep family matters private. Whether true or not, doesn't even matter. In the court of public opinion, that's lethal. Cole hasn't responded yet, but Dreamville fans are already prepping. Reddit threads with titles like Cole's next strike, theories and timelines are filled with speculation. Some believe Jericho was just the intro, that Cole is building up to something much more devastating, something final. Meanwhile, Kendrick? Still no public response. But there was one suspicious move. PG Lang quietly filed a copyright for a new track titled Upper Room under a dummy publishing company with an address in Compton. Fans believe it's a coded release from Kendrick. If true, and if Cole and Kendrick drop a joint track, game over. Even if it's not a full collab, just the idea that Cole and Kendrick are moving in sync is enough to shake the throne. Drake's throne, and make no mistake, this is about the throne, not album sales, not streaming stats. Legacy. Drake is fighting to prove he's still the undisputed. Cole's proving he's more than the middle child. And Kendrick. He's letting the chaos speak for itself. But while fans are caught in the lyrical war, others are pointing out the collateral damage. One tweet that went viral said, "This beef making me nostalgic and sad at the same time. Like watching your parents fight after thinking they were the perfect couple." And honestly, that sums it up, because these weren't just rappers, they were icons. They defined a generation. Drake gave you heartbreak and hustle. Cole gave you hope and healing. Kendrick gave you truth and terror. And now, they're tearing each other apart in real time. For what? Maybe it's inevitable. Maybe you can't have three kings on one chessboard forever. Maybe the dream of unity was always going to shatter. Or maybe, just maybe, this is what they all needed. One final test. One final battle to prove who really deserves the crown. And if that's the case, we're witnessing history. Not the clean, polished history that gets written in textbooks. The messy, emotional, bloody kind that lives forever in memory. And it's not over, not even close. And now we enter the eye of the storm. Because while fans were still recovering from Jericho and Drake's brutal "No More Lullabies" jab, the rap world stopped again. This time, because of one name, Kendrick Lamar. After weeks of silence, Kendrick finally made a move. No tweets, no snippet, no press. He updated his Spotify profile photo, just a simple black background with 3 white letters in all caps, FR, and that was all it took. Within minutes, theories flooded the internet. FR stood for Family Reunion, said one camp. Others claimed it meant final round. But a third theory went nuclear. FR didn't just stand for anything. It was a timestamp, a reminder. Because real fans remembered Kendrick's old interview in 2015, when he said, "If I ever gotta say goodbye to this game, it'll be with a family reunion and a funeral speech." Was this it? Was Kendrick about to deliver the final blow? Back in North Carolina, Dreamville sources claimed J. Cole was in album mode, but not album rollout mode. In other words, he's dropping without warning. Rumors now say he's recorded a 3-part response trilogy with tracks titled Solomon, Jacob's Ladder, and Babylon. Each one said to correspond with a former brother in the industry. Fans immediately speculated. Solomon, for Drake, the wise king fallen to vanity. Jacob's Ladder, for Kendrick, a metaphor for struggle, elevation, betrayal. Babylon, for the industry as a whole, for everything and everyone fake. And then came the leak that broke the game. A hacked iCloud file, allegedly from an intern working at a mastering studio in Atlanta, surfaced on Reddit. In it, a scratch track labeled Jacob's Ladder Cole XK. Final. The audio was pulled fast, like record label takedown fast, but not before hundreds of fans downloaded and dissected it. What they found? A real collaboration. Kendrick and Cole not just trading verses, but weaving their pain together. Kendrick opens the song in spoken word. "I trusted men who spoke in mirrors. Now they write scripts like sinners. Not for peace, but for applause. Not for God, but for gods." And then comes Cole, delivering what fans are calling the most cinematic verse of his life. No name drops, just a message. If you drown in your own pool, that's not depth, that's ego. If your kid asks why you're angry, that's the sequel. It was layered, personal, vicious. The line about your kid had everyone talking. Is that a direct reference to Adonis? If it is, Cole went somewhere we never thought he'd go. And the internet lost its mind. Again. But while everyone was dissecting the leaked song, Drake did something no one expected. He went silent. No IG stories, no burner tweets, no cryptic Bible verses. Nothing, just an eerie, calculated pause. And when Champagne Pappy goes quiet, that's when you know something's coming. Fast forward 48 hours. OVO's official YouTube page goes dark. All banners removed. No playlists, just a single live countdown. Title? Psalm 6, Live World Premiere, no preview. No teaser. Just a countdown timer and 100,000 people waiting in the chat before it even began. At exactly 9 p.m. EST, the screen faded in. A black and white shot of Toronto, rain falling. The CN Tower glowing in the distance. A narrator's voice speaks. In the beginning, there were 3, but the garden was never big enough for all of them. Then, the beat drops and Drake goes nuclear. The first verse, "You walked in barefoot, I paved gold. You prayed in silence, I bought souls. You wrote about heaven, but I held hell in my hands and made it chart at number 1. The crowd, chat, Twitter, TikTok, the entire internet exploded. Drake wasn't just swinging, he was torching the entire house. But then came the moment that might have gone too far. Second verse, halfway through, "They say you a dad now, that's beautiful, but don't let fatherhood make you forget who fathered you." And just like that, it was war. He didn't name names, but he didn't have to, everyone knew. He was talking to both Kendrick and Cole, and fans were divided. Some called it genius, others called it cruel, but all agreed it was historic. Psalm 6 quickly hit one trending on YouTube. Reaction videos poured in. Celebrities weighed in. Even LeBron tweeted, "Man, these boys all spit in fire. I could even root for. Just glad I'm here to watch it unfold." But while Drake was riding the shockwave, Dreamville made their final move. The Dreamville YouTube channel dropped a trailer. Black screen. Then, this Sunday, 8 p.m., 1 hour, 1 man, 1 mic, no features. Title? The Book of Cole. Fans couldn't believe it. A full-length lyrical film performance. Shot documentary style, all live, no features. People are already calling it the rap Super Bowl. And the stakes? Legacy, not awards, not platinum plaques, not even fan-base dominance. This is about who gets to write the next chapter of hip-hop history, because let's be real, Kendrick gave us the fire starter. Cole brought the pain, Drake brought the blade, and now, everyone's watching to see who delivers the final blow. But here's the twist that no one expected. Sources are now claiming that all of this, every snippet, every track, every diss, might be leading to something even bigger. An executive at a major DSP streaming platform leaked a code name for an alleged joint venture between all three artists. The name? Three Kings, Collapse. It's being described as part album, part documentary, part cultural reset. A multi-platform rollout, live events, behind-the-scenes confessionals, final tracks, final words. Could it be true? Is this the end of the war or just a new chapter? No one knows. And honestly, that's what makes it so addicting. Because this isn't just beef. It's storytelling, it's heartbreak, it's betrayal and brilliance. It's reality TV for the bar's first generation. Drake, Cole, Kendrick, three giants, three minds, three pens that helped shape a generation. Now, they're reshaping each other, live, in front of us, one verse at a time, and now it's your turn. One verse at a time, and now it's your turn.